Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing for you. Series of videos I do for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, that was a little bit better. I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about, hopefully, delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, still raining a little bit. I did one review where it was raining. It is raining less now, but still raining a little bit. So hopefully the background noise won't be too bad. Typically, in few instances where I've done reviews where it's been raining, it's usually not too bad. Hopefully we'll continue that trend. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam roundabout for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, you better believe I'm wearing grody work clothes. Folks, typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case today. I got off work, was like, woo, off work. But then I was like, oh no, I need supplies. But then I was like, oh, it's raining. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to go all the way to Walmart if it's raining. I was like, I'll go to Walgreens. It's got Wall in the name. It's practically the same thing. So, decided to go to decided to go to Walgreens. See, they're the same fucking thing. Decided to go to Walgreens, because it was on my way home. Grabbed a couple things, and I do like to use Walgreens sometimes, because a lot of times I find interesting stuff there. I don't know what it is, man. So, I was looking around for potential review items, and wouldn't you know it, I found a new thing that is definitely in line with the holiday season, which we are now... at the time I'm doing this, it's the 1st of December. So I don't feel bad about this being in existence yet, okay? So many things I've reviewed so far where it was like, clearly, these should not have come out until later in the year. But, what is the thing? Boom! It's from Smartfood. It is marshmallow hot cocoa flavored popcorn. Guaranteed fresh until January 16th of 2024. It's a limited edition. It has 70 calories per cup. Look at that corn. Corn! Can I get a thing? What's going to be the best way to make this happen? Like that? Sure, why not? I reviewed some Smartfood stuff a while back. I think probably in my first year of doing reviews. I couldn't even tell. It was popcorn, obviously. But, yeah, so marshmallow and hot cocoa. Sure, let's give it a go. No artificial flavors, 13 grams of whole grains per serving. That's a weird thing, because, like, it does have sort of a cocoa smell, but then it's like, oh wait, popcorn. And it's like, I guess. You know, we'll do one kernel. One kernel, it looks like that. And I will say this, it's not as bad as with chips, but it's still, because here's the bag. Here's how many things you're actually getting. Again, not as bad as like chips are, but still. Let's give it a thing. Let me ask you, that's better than I thought it was going to be. Smartfood comes out with these occasional weird flavors, and I usually resist trying them for reviews because historically their wacky flavors are not all that great. Like, they're fine as a popcorn, but I don't know, their weird stuff is very more miss than hit for me. These though I feel like are going to be more hit than miss. They have a very light flavor, but it is a nice kind of cocoa flavor. I was a little bit worried that the popcorn flavor might be too prominent. It might kind of take over the experience, but no. They're actually pretty damn good. Well, one is. Ultimately, we have to try a handful. Oh. It's a little bit of a hit and miss with the handful. Because on the one hand, you get more of the cocoa flavor, which is very nice. On the other hand, you do get a little bit more of the popcorn flavor too, which isn't bad. Popcorn tastes good. But in combination with the cocoa, it's a little bit weird. But not entirely off-putting. Like I have dignity. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Basically, what it tastes like is if you went over there and you took one of those hot cocoa packets, right? You just went over there, opened up some popcorn, put it on the inside, shook it around. It's basically that. Like, they're not bad. I'm not opposed to, like, sweet popcorns. And being from Illinois, if you weren't aware, I wasn't aware. But popcorn is actually our state snack, which kind of makes sense. We have, like, gourmet popcorn and stuff. So, I mean, you know, I can kind of get down with these. I think the thing is, if you're going to do, like, a sweeter popcorn, it really does come down to how conservative you are with the sweetness. Because, like, caramel corn is definitely the most, like, common sweet popcorn. And I, as a kid, loved caramel corn. As an adult, not as much. I don't dislike it, but it's not a thing that I just get at any point. About the most that I will ever do is we have in Illinois, we have a blend called Chicago Blend, which is a mix of caramel corn and cheddar corn. And you get kind of a salty sweet thing. It's really good, actually. Maybe I'll review some at some point. But in this case, I think they did it right. I think they could have gone a little bit heavier with the cocoa, but I think they erred on the side of caution, and also probably money. So it's not overwhelming. And I think that's nice because it is a lighter popcorn. I can actually go with these. I think out of the, like, limited edition flavors I've had from Smartfoods, these might actually be my personal favorites. Do I think they're as good as they could be? No. Again, I think they could have afforded a little bit extra on the cocoa, just to give you, like, a real proper cocoa bite. Whereas with this, it's a little bit more wispy with the cocoa. You know, you're still getting it. It's still there. It's still good. But I think they could have just a little bit. But otherwise, I mean, they're not bad. Like, because it is a lighter popcorn, the cocoa works with it. The corn isn't, like, getting in the way of the cocoa flavor. When you do get a little bit of a popcorn flavor to it, it's not obtrusive. You're mostly just enjoying the cocoa and, just kind of the overall of it. As for, like, the marshmallow aspect of it, I mean, maybe, you're definitely not tasting it in any significant regard. It's definitely more cocoa, but maybe there's a marshmallow aspect to it. But, yeah, not bad. Final 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go ahead and say sure and sure. I'm a little bit tentative on it. For one thing, despite it being the state snack, I don't eat a lot of popcorn. Usually if I do it, it's for a review, actually. Popcorn's fine. Popcorn kernels in my teeth bother me a lot, so I don't like that sensation. So I don't eat a lot of popcorn, but every now and again, it's fun for a snack. Would these be a go-to for me? No. If I'm going to eat popcorn, I'm probably going to eat some sort of cheddar popcorn. That's probably my personal favorite. But these are good. And every now and again I could see, like, from now until the end of the year, am I going to get another bag of them? I'm going to say probably not. But if they kick back around next year, yeah, I think I would. I think I would be willing to go over there and make it like a yearly tradition kind of thing. If I'm recommending them to other people, yeah, they're actually pretty good. I think that they're actually really solid, again, for, like, the wackier flavors that Smartfood has put out, at least the ones that I've tried personally. I think they're actually pretty nice. And comparatively, because I also did the hot cocoa Oreos as a review, which, by the way, go watch that review. With that, it really was just like, okay, it really was just kind of tastes very similar to a normal Oreo. In the case with these, it's like, no, like it's clearly popcorn doesn't typically get coated with cocoa. So in this case, it's, kind of interesting and a little bit fun. If not particularly anything amazing, but good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, you have yourselves a truly hot chocolate-tastic rest of your life. Because proper hot chocolate is a thing of beauty and wonder. It's like, just okay. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. And at the end of the day, folks, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. You will never hear me say otherwise. Because we all have to go over there and just kind of manage and trudge along, and some days it's harder than others. But it is important, even on those days, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe, hopefully, in the spirit of the season of the hot cocoa popcorn, hopefully that you, in whatever situations you find yourself in, whether it's, during the time in which I'm actually recording this, or whether it's 30 years in the future and, YouTube is taking over. Nah, YouTube won't take over. They're too incompetently run. That's right, YouTube, I'm calling you out. Okay? You know I'm right. But, I just hope that whatever's going on in your life, that you're able to, to find ways to rise above it, to deal with it as best as possible. And even when you do have those moments where you just can't, hey, it happens, Just try to do the best you can. That's all anybody can ask of you. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. Bye!